Hello.
Hello there. How are you? This is Gena.
This is my dad.
Welcome to Gena's Daddy.
Daddy.
Last week I ended the show saying Gena's daughter. I was thinking about my daughter there, but this is actually Gena's Daddy's show. That's the both of us. Anyway, we're glad you're back with us. Today we want to broaden our scope and topics, and we want to talk about decision making.
Very huge.
Yeah, decision making. That's something that we all have to go through, and it's a part of growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And parents, you need to sit down with your children now. See where their mind is, because one day they may have to make decisions for you.
Oh, true.
True.
Would you be comfortable with me making decisions for you?
And we're going to see. I'm going to ask the public to share that information with me after this discussion today.
The public has to tell you. You can't tell me.
No, I said I want them to share their thoughts.
Daddy.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think, though?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I trust you with my life, baby.
That's all I need to know.
All right.
That's what I need
I
to
trust
know
you.
here. All right.
So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yes, decision making. So we basically wrote down what we think about it, and then we're going to discuss on it. One of the first things that we thought about when we were thinking about decision making is, when you make a decision, are you prepared to live with the results, long term and short term? Because a lot of times we don't think about it. We're just all so right in this moment. And like everybody says now it says that our generation is like the microwave generation. My brother says it all the time, like we want everything quick.
Mm-hmm.
So in making decisions, a lot of times in that moment, we're like, okay, that's what I want. But then, you may not be prepared for the results and the consequences after you make the decision.
Well, that's true. Short term, long term. What do you expect to happen in the short term when you make a decision? There's plenty of decisions being made now on the behalf of the general public and Congress.
True.
But we won't get to that right now. We're speaking in terms of us, the viewers and us, and decisions that we make.
Right.
But it shows our train of thought in making those decisions. And if we have to make adjustments or whatever. So, when you make a decision, are you prepared to live with the results, short term or long term? What decision have you made lately that you had to think about?
I'm trying to think of one. I made the decision to treat myself better, and I am happy with the results.
Okay.
And that's going to affect me greatly long term.
Well, in that decision to treat yourself better,
Mm-hmm.
is that going to take away from other areas of your life? Will that be neglected? Or will it impact other people?
I think it will impact other people, because if I'm treating myself better, which means I will be feeling better, which means I'll be able to treat people in my circle and around me better. So
Right.
I think in the long term it will.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because as you go better for you,
Mm-hmm.
you can see things better for the people.
That's right.
I like that.
That's right.
One point. That's one point. Okay, let's move on to something else. Look, this is food for thought. We want you to think about these things. What criteria do you use in making your decisions?
Like, basically, like, who's impacted by your decision, like what it is that
That's big.
you think of.
That's big. Who's impacted? When I was growing up, I had a saying I used to share with friends, and I'd say, we actually live in four worlds.
Parents? Is it parents?
No.
No.
Let me get to it. I'm going to share it with you.
Okay.
Don't be trying to read my mind.
Okay, tell me, baby.
I would say to my friends, we actually lived in four worlds, and that's where you have to make your decisions at. The four worlds starting with the world at large.
Okay.
people in general, public, all around you,
Okay.
people that you don't even know.
True.
You make a decision, how will it impact them?
Okay.
What impact will it have on them?
So that's one.
And then you had your family at large, what we call the nuclear family.
Okay.
Parents, aunties, uncles, siblings,
Grandparents.
grandparents, people that loved you and cared about you. That how would it impact them by what decision you made?
What's the third?
The third one would be after you gotten older, you had a family of your own.
Oh yeah, your wife and children.
You have your wife, number one, or if a woman have her husband in decision making, you have to think about what will this do to them, or how will this affect them.
Sure.
And the fourth one, in the end, it all came down to you. Could you actually live with this decision?
You know what is so funny? That you said the fourth one was you.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think that the fourth one should be the first one.
No, because we don't want to be selfish in our decision making.
True.
And that's why I try to include everybody first. Because in the end, you got the ultimate decision.
Anyway.
You're gonna have to make the decision anyway. But that's why I try to include everybody.
And a lot of times, if it's up to us, and if it's only on us, we will make a stupid decision a lot.
Right.
So that's true. So if you have all these people in front of you before that, that's true.
And then at different age steps in your life, as a youngster, teenager, my decision making isn't all that good because I am being selfish, and I'm gonna make some stupid decisions.
Right. And you think about your parents in that decision making,
right?
But not really.
So, but at an early age, parents want their children. I know for a fact that I want you at an early age. I wanted you to make good decisions that was gonna affect me, because whatever decision you made at 13 and 14, it was gonna affect me.
Sure.
It was going to affect how the people in your school community thought about you. I wanted the best for you. It was going to affect how the minister and people in the religious circles thought about you. I wanted best. So I wanted you to see what impact it would make on the majority of people.
And now that I am older, it is true. Like, I definitely do think about you guys more, and my brothers and my nieces and nephews more when I make decisions now, because I'm like, would they be okay with that if I did this? Would they be proud of me if I did that? So a lot of things now I do that it is true. You do think about that, and even with me coming out, that was like a huge decision thing, because I was raised super church and all of that, so I didn't know how it was going to impact my family. I didn't know how, so that was definitely a long-term, decision that I had to make.
Right.
And thank God that it turned out okay. It doesn't always turn out okay, but in my instance, it did. I'm blessed.
But I'm just thinking because this is where I see things, and your decision making. And the impact you knew it would make on your parents, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, co-workers, and everything. You put all that together because you was going to come out either way, because you who you are.
True.
And you said, wait a minute, I don't have to hide this from them because they love me and I love them. Surely everybody's not going to agree with what I want for me or the way I feel, but I'm willing to live with it, short term, long term, and I'm going for the best and hoping for the best. And but you took all that in consideration before you did it, which was a good thing, because then it helped you reach that point of how to do it.
That's true.
You didn't just come and blurt it out and stuff, and you're ready for
the results that came.
The results that come with the right. You're ready for any backlash.
I mean, I really wasn't ready, but you have to. I mean, you make yourself ready.
Right. You wasn't ready for everything you was gonna hear, but you figured, well, if there's any opposition, am I gonna stand by my decision,